It's now time for the web video section of the show. To begin, I am pleased to bring you a series of 3 videos on one topic, fainting. So I admit, fainting is pretty funny, as long as everyone is okay, that is. And it's even funnier when it happens on live television. While these next videos don't have a huge amount of views, I dug to the depths of YouTube to find 3 fainting videos that I think you'll enjoy. First up, this newswoman is obviously from a different country, and what makes this video funny is that you'll hardly see her fainting coming. 1 minute she's reading the news, the next, well, how about you watch this for yourself?
Od danas počinje sa radom novi telefonski servis 041 333 041, ja se izvinjavam. Koji bože.
So until she lets out that sigh, you really have no warning. Then she takes down a part of the set with her as she falls. Luckily, she doesn't get hit by the falling set. But what's kind of disturbing about this video is that the anchors really don't seem affected by her falling. The male anchor quickly buttons his jacket and sits back down at the desk. The strange thing is they don't even say anything, let alone check up on their fallen colleague. Whereas this woman gave little warning, you can see what's coming in the next video right away.
Let's head over to Wayne, who is out at the beach. I think he's probably having more fun than we are.
He's at Sharky's Beach Club out there for some beach volleyball. Hey, Wayne.
Now, joining us is Nikki Allen, who's going to talk a little bit about what's starting today. Nikki?
Yep. Well, starting today, we have a collegiate challenge. It's open to any college. Any college. Oh,
I'm afraid Nikki has fainted. I'm afraid. Let's go back to the studio for just a couple moments.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Wayne. We hope that Nikki is doing all right. We'll check back in with you in just a few minutes.
That woman doesn't look too good right from the start. What's really bizarre about this video is that the reporter feels it's necessary to announce that the woman has fainted, something that's fairly obvious to the viewer. He also helps her gently to the ground, but then stands up and continues as if nothing happened. The man was standing next to her, has zero reaction to her fainting, and continues to stand there dumbfounded like the rest of the video. For our final fainting video of the series, I don't want to say too much before, but I will say that I laughed harder to this video than even blueberries from last week. So I'm not going to say much about this video, except that one of the women is going to faint. See if you can guess which one it is.
We just all laughed. It was just so funny to see him in it, and you never knew when he was going to show up. But the quality of it was excellent. It was so easy to, you know, send the picture in, and it came back in time. Yeah, it was just wonderful.
Marcia, that's awesome. We're so happy. Okay, so we have some 2 easy payments. Marcia, thank you so much for calling us. Are you still there? Okay, let's take a look at another cut of tape.
There are a lot of things I need to analyze here. Before she faints, the woman on the right gives out some seriously strange, exaggerated faces. Maybe the reason she faints is because she's filled with such phony excitement about the product. Another thing to point out is that she not only drops all the DVDs she's holding as she falls, but listen closely to her sound of her hitting the ground.
Back in time, yeah, it was just wonderful.
I hope she didn't fall and crush all those wonderful children's DVDs. Another thing to note is that her co-host pauses for a little bit, but rather than tending to her fallen guest, she's concerned about the caller, who appears to have hung up. The co-host follows up with the caller and seems concerned that she's no longer there. I think it would be kind of awkward to continue the show with some lady passed out on the floor next to you. When we come back, we have some more web videos that do not include fainting, but are equally as entertaining. Beta will return after these messages. We're back to FPTV Beta, and we'll continue going with this week's web videos. While the next video is about music, it's not about my musical guest. That's later. For now, let's talk about a young girl who is famous only for her last name, Willow Smith. Daughter of Will Smith, Willow is the next one of the family to step out into show business. While she has had a few acting roles, Willow is now signed to Jay-Z's record label and is starting her singing career, if you want to call it singing. Here's a short clip that is more than I can stand of her new single, Whip My Hair. While I can't see how anyone can listen to this garbage, even fans of Willow, if there are any, have to agree that the concept of this music video is a little strange. Willow and company whip their hair around as paint comes out. It's really just difficult to comprehend. Another thing, how does the 8-year-old Willow have swag, let alone know what it is? Poor child. I would show you more of this video, but I'll spare your ears. Plus, it has too many views on YouTube already. The whole concept of this song just puzzles me. What is the point of whipping your hair back and forth? All it will accomplish is getting a headache. I get too angry at that, so let's move on to something everybody loves, strange political candidates. While our favorite candidate at FPTV still has to be Basil Marceau, this man running for governor of New York is not far behind.
I represent the rent is too damn high party. People are working 8 hours a day and 40 hours a week to some a third job. Women can't afford to take care of their children, feed their children breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My main job is to provide a roof over your head, food on the table, and money in your pocket. This is politics as usual. Playing a silly game. It's not going to happen. The rent too damn high movement, the people I'm here to represent can't afford to pay their rent. They're being laid off right now as I speak. They can't eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Listen, someone's stomach, child's stomach just growled. Did you hear it? You gotta listen like me.
Okay,
let's
Mr.
talk
McMillan.
about the issue.
Mr.
People can't afford to pay their
Cuomo,
rent.
30
Stop.
seconds for you, sir.
Not only is he solely running on this single platform, McMillan is also a former Black Panther. Also, why is he wearing gloves on stage indoors? Fellow candidate Andrew Cuomo could barely contain his laughter throughout this debate. McMillan continues his arguments with more of these strange comments.
As a karate expert, I will not talk about anyone up here because our children can't afford to live anywhere. Nowhere. There's nowhere to go. Once again, why? You said it, the rent is too damn high.
Thank you, Mr. McMillan.
I don't know what him being a student of karate has anything to do with this debate or rent being too high, but he gets the award for strangest political party name for sure. Moving from something strange to something almost unexplainable, this next video was recommended to me by Eric Taverna and is apparently of a Hong Kong college ritual called cornering. Take a look. Okay, so while certainly getting struck by anything in that region is not exactly fun, it looks like they're barely tapping this kid into the objects. Not to mention the door appears padded. The poor kid also doesn't seem to be in much pain. To me, they are all having way too much fun to do this strange ritual. I'll remember never to go to school in Hong Kong because of this. I will also remember never to go to a convent because of this next video, which was oddly enough referred to me by my very own grandmother. As far as I know, this was an actual commercial for rubber cement, although I haven't found out where or when this aired. While it appears a bit dated, it's still funny.
Flexible glue, rubber cement by Talons for sticking and correcting.
So you can tell by this content, I wouldn't be surprised if this ad was short-lived. No pun intended. I don't want to know what the last nun was thinking, but I'm sure she'll get a ruler to the hand when they find out it was her.